Alrighty guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today I'm reviewing Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi Part 6, which was directed by Deborah Chow and written by Shelby Harald, Andrew Stanton, Hossein Amani, and Stuart Beattie. And it was released on June 22nd, 2022. So yeah, I thought it was a great episode. It definitely had some fan servicey moments, but I thought it wrapped up everything nicely. Obviously it's the series finale. We got the rematch between Vader and Obi-Wan, which, I'll just jump right into the episode, I guess. We see Obi-Wan, on the ship with all the, Leia and the members of the Path. And, because the hyperdrive isn't working, they're trying to escape the Empire and whatnot. And so he tells everyone on the ship the best way for them to get away is for him to leave the ship because, Vader wants him and not them. So, he does that, which, obviously Leia's upset about, but Obi-Wan tells Haja to look after her and whatnot. One thing I do wish we actually got was kind of another scene with the Path, kind of wrapping their story up, because once Obi-Wan leaves the ship, we don't see them again. So I do wish we got that. But Obi-Wan heads down to this planet. It seems kind of desert. There's been 4 desert planets in this show, but there's a lot of rocks and whatnot too. But Vader follows him and stops going after the Path's ship, and this is when we get that rematch between them. Obi-Wan is now more in tune with the Force and his lightsaber. Not like the fight they had in Part 3 where he wasn't. And so it's a solid fight. One thing more on the visual side was it once again used a lot of shaky cam, which has been a problem throughout the series where some of the actions uses too much shaky cam, and I felt they used a little too much in this, which that's really my only major complaint about the episode was that. But lightsaber battle, it is pretty flashy, and I've said before, I'm not one who's super into the extremely flashy lightsaber battles. I do like ones that are more subdued, not as flashy, but this one, it was cool. One thing I liked was how the Force was used in it. Vader and Obi-Wan use the Force to use the rocks and whatnot around them, which I do like that. Implementing the Force into the lightsaber battle, which I liked in the last episode also. Implementing the Force and, more so than the lightsabers. So I do like that. But I thought the best part about the fight was the ending. When, Obi-Wan is doing better, he's dogpiling on Vader, throwing a bunch of rocks at him. Unlike the fight in Part 3 where Vader was doing that to Obi-Wan, Obi-Wan is easily winning this one. And he eventually cuts Vader's helmet, breaking it in half. And so we get to see Obi-Wan see Anakin again. And, they talk, which I really like this moment. I like seeing how they mixed Hayden Christensen's voice with James Earl Jones' voice. Is nice there. But, it also adds a lot to moments in A New Hope, because in that film, Obi-Wan, when he's telling Luke about, Anakin and Vader, he says Vader killed Anakin, or, killed his father or whatever. Which in this, in that moment, we see Obi-Wan seeing Anakin, again, and he tries to apologize to Anakin, but, Vader tells him that Vader killed Anakin, which, kind of shows why Obi-Wan kind of, gives more meaning to when Obi-Wan says Vader killed, Anakin. In A New Hope. Obviously, he didn't say Anakin in the movie. He said, his father. But, I really love this moment. Just add more to, how we see Obi-Wan think of Vader in the original trilogy, because in the original trilogy, Obi-Wan kind of seems like he doesn't believe in redeeming Anakin. And this moment kind of shows why. Also, when, because at the end, Obi-Wan just walks away. He leaves Vader there, and he calls Vader Darth, which adds to the moment in New Hope when they meet again, and Obi-Wan calls him Darth. So, I enjoyed that, but obviously like I said, Obi-Wan just leaves him, doesn't finish the job, because obviously, he can't, even though he could have easily done it, but, Vader is too injured to follow him, so Obi-Wan gets on a ship and leaves, and senses something, which, while all that fight scene was going on, we see Reva, get to Tatooine, and, find the Lars homestead, attack Owen and Beru, which, was, a nice moment. I definitely like seeing more of, Beru, which we didn't get in the, previous episodes, just, her and Owen kind of, getting ready to fight. I enjoyed that, but, Reva is obviously able to, take them out easily, so Luke, runs away, which, after following him into the desert, she, knocks him unconscious and is going to kill him, but, remembers what Vader did to her during Order 66, and, we see her think of Luke as her younger self, and, she has a change of heart, and, so then, Obi-Wan arrives back on Tatooine, like I said, after sensing something wrong with Luke, which he, lands at the Lars homestead and meets up with Owen and Beru, who are looking for Luke, which we then see Reva carrying Luke back to them, which, after, Owen and Beru take, Luke back, and we see Reva and Obi-Wan talk for a moment. Reva is upset about, failing, her youngling friends for falling to the dark side, and Obi-Wan comforts her and, tells her to, choose her own path now, which she, throws her lightsaber away. But then we get a moment with Vader back at his castle on Mustafar. He's, repaired and not injured anymore, but, we see him talk to the Emperor, Palpatine, with Ian McDiarmid returning, which was a nice surprise. Wasn't expecting that, but, Vader is still wanting to go all out and find Obi-Wan, but, Palpatine kind of, threatens Vader, to give up, going after, Obi-Wan, which, Vader complies to, which, after they're done talking, get our first bit of, original trilogy music with the Imperial March, so, that was, interesting there, but yeah, this moment, it was cool to see Palpatine back, but, it's more just a moment to, give a reason why Vader wouldn't continue going after Obi-Wan, because, he can't because of the original trilogy. And then there's moments of Leia back on Alderaan now, and we see Obi-Wan come back to visit her, and give her Lola back and whatnot. And there's a nice moment between them two, and Obi-Wan's telling Leia, about Padme and Anakin, and the traits that she has, which they had, which was a nice moment. I really like that. Once again, some nice moments of Bail and Brienne Organa. Always nice to see Jimmy Smits back as Bail, and I really enjoyed his moments with Leia in this series. But for the final moments, we go back to Tatooine. Obi-Wan's moving out of his cave. He goes back to the Lars homestead and talks to Owen. And kind of we see the change he's had from the start of the series when he's talking to Owen about needing to train Luke. And he tells Owen that Luke doesn't need that, and Luke just needs to live his life as is right now. But Owen has a change too, which from the start of the series where he doesn't like Obi-Wan. In this moment, Owen actually allows Obi-Wan to meet Luke, which we see Obi-Wan walk up to him with the toy ship he was wanting to give him in the first episode, and says hello there, and it cuts away. But the final scene is of Obi-Wan riding his EOB, and then Qui-Gon appears as a ghost, and they kind of banter a little, and ends with Qui-Gon saying, we've got a long ways to go, and it ends with him kind of walking away, and then Obi-Wan, wide shot of Obi-Wan's EOB walking the same way. So yeah, like I said, I thought the episode was great. I liked the fight with Vader and Obi-Wan. My only complaint was the use of the shaky cam. It kind of dragged the fight down a little. Also, the music in that scene could have been better, which I'll talk about that more in my full series review. But I really loved the moment right after the fight between them two. Probably my favorite part of the episode, and maybe my favorite part of the series. But I also like the stuff with Reva going after Luke. one thing I liked was seeing a dark side, user or character get redeemed and then not die right after that. I hope we see Reva's story continue someday, and see this character who fell to the dark side but came back and have to deal with the consequences of falling to the dark side. I guess really the only character kind of got that was Asajj Ventress, at least in bigger a live action or animated show or film. Obviously it's probably definitely happened in a book or comic or even a video game, but seeing that something like that in live action, because recently there's been a lot of dark side users with dealing with the Inquisitors and whatnot who come back to the light side but then die immediately, like Trilla and Jedi Fallen Order, obviously Kylo Ren, Ben Solo in the sequel trilogy, and obviously, Darth Vader in the original trilogy, Anakin Skywalker, they die right after they got redeemed. So I'd like to see something like that in a bigger Star Wars, story, like live action story, where the character survives, like Reva did. So, obviously there's a lot of stuff, they left room for more stories in this era, so, which I'll talk about that more in a moment. I do wish we got to see more of the Path wrapping their story up, but pretty much I thought Leia's story was wrapped up nicely. Obi-Wan's was too, seeing the character change. Obviously there is more for his character to do with the Force Ghost stuff, which I would definitely love to see, a second season, or even just a Disney Plus movie special showing Obi-Wan trained to become a Force Ghost with Qui-Gon, because that's a story I would really love to see in live action with Ewan and Liam Neeson, which obviously it's a story I would assume we'll probably eventually get. If it's not in live action, it'll definitely be in a book or something like that. So yeah, but it was a nice surprise seeing Ian McDiarmid back. Wasn't expecting that. The scene was alright, and it, like I said earlier, there's just more to create a story reason why Vader doesn't continue to go after Obi-Wan. But really enjoyed the finale. Like I said, my only real problem was the shaky cam use in the fight. I thought it just kind of took too much away from the fight. It's because I don't like shaky cam use in action, and it's been used throughout the series. I'll definitely get into that more in my full series review. So yeah. Also, the episode was definitely pretty fan servicey, with Qui-Gon, Palpatine, the, hello there, and whatnot. That was a terrible impression there. But none of it was awfully distracting fan service. So, yeah, and, the hello there, I liked it. Makes sense, because when we first hear Obi-Wan say that, it was to Luke in A New Hope. So, it is a nice callback to that moment. So yeah, but like I said earlier, there's definitely room left for more with a lot of the characters. Obi-Wan, Reva, obviously Vader and the Inquisitors. Also, I would love to see more with them in live action stories. Set during this time. Honestly, out of all of them, I would really love to see Rupert Friend come back as the Grand Inquisitor in his own series. I really loved his version of the character. So, yeah, which, all that could be implemented in another season of this show. So, yeah, but, I honestly would kind of like more. Something I wouldn't have expected me to say after watching the series. But, definitely would definitely like more with these characters, again, in this same era. So, yeah, but anyways, my grade for this episode, I'm going to give it an A-. So, yeah, really a solid, great episode. Shaky cam use took too much away, and really don't have any major complaints with the episode. So yeah, but anyways, that's gonna be it for this one. We'll have a full series review out later this week or the weekend or something like that. Soon I'll have one out, but in the meantime, you can check out all my other reviews on the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Also everything else I do, all my other TV Star Wars series reviews. I believe this is actually my 100th Star Wars TV series review, so including live action and animated stuff. So yeah, obviously you don't care about that, but that's gonna be it for this one. I've been Stars, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
This patience. Jedi cannot help what they are. Their compassion leaves a trail. The Jedi Code is